So Thomas, thanks so much for taking the time to speak to me.
Thanks for having me.
Good, good. You seem to be a little more relaxed this time around, not as much running around.
Yes, I had lots of sleep last night, so I'm really relaxed and I like how the event is going. Everything is in good order. And so now it's time for me to relax and just enjoy the event.
Exactly. Well, really, how do you think the event has been going overall?
I think my impression is that the event is going excellent. We have many more people than the last years. We have very, very good feedback from everyone here. And we really see this as the #1 event for web hosting in Europe. Almost 1,000 people signed up for the event. And it's just terrific growth and it's a terrific success for us. So yeah, I'm very happy and I hope we can continue to grow like this in the future.
Well, that's one of the biggest changes that I've noticed, the sheer number of people that are at the event. Is that something that's just come naturally since this is the fourth year that you guys are doing it, or is this like a specific marketing effort that you guys put forth?
I think it's both. So we're really working hard on the marketing. So we spend lots of money to invite the right people. We are working on them to really come and show up for the event. We have all kinds of paper invitation, email invitation. We have call centers calling all the people. So there's really major effort to have the people here. And other than that, we have a very good feedback from the last event. So by word of mouth, we just grow. And we have more and more people really calling us up early in the year just to make sure that they get a place for the event. And I think the other thing is we have many, many more partners this year than last year, close to 40 partners. And all these partners invite their guests and their customers. And so even more people come to them.
Great. Well, that's another thing that I was going to mention. The exhibit hall is in a completely different area of Phantasialand this time.
Yeah, for us it was very important to have a busy exhibit hall.
Right.
And so we decided to have the breaks and the exhibition at the same hall.
Right.
And this is the biggest hall in Phantasialand and we just use it for the event. And other than that, it's a very nice setting, very out of the normal.
Right.
And we wanted to make sure that this is a special atmosphere, which I think is unique to this Web Hosting Day event. I don't like normal events in hotels so much because I think no matter where you go, hotels look the same everywhere.
Right.
But I think one thing which really like people about this event is it's a different setting. It's a different atmosphere.
Right.
And there's some possibility.
It's good for conversation.
Good for conversation. Good to play.
Inspiring in its own way.
Yeah, yeah, correct.
Great. Another big change I noticed was with the structure of the event. This time you had, I guess, all the keynotes at the beginning, and then the afternoon is devoted to workshops. Why did you decide to do that?
That's correct. We wanted to make sure that we have many people in the keynote. And feedback from last year was that people had to choose between keynotes and the workshops.
Right.
And we wanted to make sure that people can see both the good keynotes and also can choose their workshops.
Right.
And the feedback we got from the visitors was terrific. They really said this was a good move to make, and this helped the event to be even better.
Right. So what were some of the key topics or themes you wanted to focus on this year's event in particular?
I think one very big topic here in Europe is green IT. With the power prices really raising through the roof right now, all the hosters are trying to save money on power. And so one main topic is really how can we work with more efficient hardware to save power, to produce our web hosting goods cheaply, and to really do something for the environment on the other hand. People in Europe are very, very savvy about the environment and want to make sure that we don't generate too much pollution. And I really see one of the main topics here. I think the other topic would be virtualization.
Right.
It has been hot for the last 2 or 3 years, and it has always been a topic on the Web Hosting Day events. But this year it was even bigger than last year. And we had many companies here providing first-class virtualization software. We had Parallels as one of our diamond sponsors. Or we had this Belgian company called QLayer as our platinum sponsor, really providing very interesting virtualization solutions.
Yeah, we actually spoke to them yesterday with their virtual private data center solution.
It's amazing.
It's amazing, it really is. I also wanted to point out that some things have been kept the same. For one, the same venue. You have the same diamond sponsors, Microsoft Parallels, and you even have the same moderator. So I was just wondering, is there a reason that certain things you've decided to keep the same just because they work or because they've been very popular?
I think there certainly is. With our Diamonds partners, Parallels and Microsoft, we have been working together for years, and they have been very supportive and very good to us.
Right.
And it's really good to work with them, and they're supporting us, from the very beginning. With the event venue, we think this is something unique to our Web Hosting Day event, and so we really think there is no other place in Germany where we can have the same atmosphere.
Right.
And it's just a little bit of everything. You have networking, you can meet with the people, you have nice settings, it's out of the ordinary.
Right.
You can even ride a roller coaster if you want to. And this really makes it an outstanding event. And when we talk to guests after we after they've been to the event, this is all what they note. You know, they say, okay, it's very good business talks, it's
Right.
very good networking, it's very interesting to see all the booths, but also there's some fun too.
Right.
And so we can play and we can work at the same time.
So speaking to a lot of the people here, they see Web Hosting Day as the definitive web hosting event in Europe. So what have you been striving to achieve with them, really?
Looking at the history of Web Hosting Day, you know, developing from like 30 people in the very beginning 5 years ago to over 1,000 people today, we just want to continue this growth and really make sure that Web Hosting Day stays the #1 hosting event in Europe. If we continue the growth, now we have probably more than 1,500 people here next year. And what it's important for me, I like to have one big event in the continent so that people don't have to travel to so many events.
Right.
I think it's better to have everything unified in one place than having like 3 or 4 events over the year and make people travel. And so for me, it's really important to have Web Hosting Day as the #1 event with as many people as possible, as focused people as possible, and also, you know, keep the combination of the conference, the fair, but also keep the fun parts around it.
Right. And you're not concerned that it would lose any of the intimacy with it being a smaller event?
I don't really want, you know, I try to achieve both, and I think this year we succeeded to, you know, really grow to over 1,000 and still have the intimacy to really talk and to have good business conversation, to network. And of course, networking is very important for us. But I think this venue we have here has enough possibilities to really achieve both, even with more people. And I think we're on good track, and we just want to continue on this track for the future.
Well, thanks, you threw a great event, and thanks for having us here.
Thank you very much.